There's a version of Japan that 40 million tourists a year are totally missing. I know it because I live here.
So far, I found a house for $3,000, planted edamame on a free field, learned just enough Japanese to embarrass myself, and started running, because that's the only way I can sleep at night. So today, I'm on a mission, running through my new hometown, rediscovering two things this country is so well known for. The temples that died the day they went viral, and the modern comforts that somehow never made it to my home country. We will be visiting a 1,000-year-old temple almost nobody visits, and a 7-Eleven. And somewhere in between them there's a ramen shop, an onsen, and I guess the reason I moved here in the first place.
Right, and I'm already arrived at the temple, which is here. So I've done my first few meters, and every time I come here I'm the only one visiting. There's a very old cherry tree which has been in blossom a few weeks ago, and it's 700, 800 years old?
300.
It's 300 years old. Yeah, I mean, what's the difference? Right?
Quite a difference.
So this was actually the main monk, right? I think the temple is a really good example of like explaining the situation in this village here. We are in rural Japan and we are in Ibaraki prefecture. And it is not dead, it's not like there's nobody here, but you can really feel that the area is not really populated anymore. At least when my wife Yukari, she went to school, the bus was always full with people. Nowadays when you see the bus, there are almost no people in there. When I come here, I always feel really peaceful, so I can be by myself, thinking about the things I want to think about, and then just enjoy nature, which is really abundant around here. Just next to the temple, there's a huge forest. So before I'm getting cold by standing around here, one more thing I wanted to mention is that before coming to Japan, I knew that it's very peaceful around here, and that was actually one of the main reasons to move here, because I just feel more calm being at a peaceful place like this. So let's go to the next place, because I'm actually getting hungry, and this is going to be very different to what we see here. But first of all, I'm going to run up the stairs and come back on the other side.
Good. ちょっと待って。いいよ。ちょっと待って、そっち行っちゃった。大丈夫。
So let's go to the ramen shop, because it's 12:40 and normally we eat at 12 o'clock, so it makes this ramen already a late ramen. I've seen a very nice bird, but it's already disappeared. So before coming to Japan for the first time, or even knowing about Japanese food at all, I always thought ramen is just a noodle soup. And I know that some of my friends in Germany think exactly that. But once you come to Japan and experience the variety and also the taste in general of the real ramen, it completely changes your picture on that food. So here in Japan, the spring definitely has started. And you can see the rice farmers filling up their fields with water, and soon, in the next week or two, everyone will be planting the rice, which basically feels like 90% of the place here is just rice. And also we are going to plant some rice, which is going to be really fun. Kara misoチャーシューお願いします。
辛味噌チャーシューと辛味噌で。はい、辛味噌チャーシューと辛味噌で。はい。はい、すいません、少々お待ちください。はい、お願いします。はい、すいません。奥どうぞ。お待たせしました。
So of course there are many different ramen shops all over Japan. But some of the shops have like a special vibe. I've realized that there are many family-owned businesses in Japan still, which is less common, I would say, in Germany. And you can feel the vibe. So in this kitchen, father, mother, and son are working together. And you can kind of like witness the vibe when they work together. And it's a very unique and nice experience. So being here in rural Japan and having this one ramen shop in the village really makes a huge difference. It's open 6 days a week, afternoon, nighttime, and it's always delicious. So I have one dish which I almost all the time eat, but they have actually different choices. So you have a regular shoyu ramen for 600 yen, chashu ramen.
So, chashu-men.
Chashu-men. Then you have a
Yasai ramen.
Yasai ramen. You have a tammen.
Moyashi ramen.
Moyashi ramen.
Miso ramen.
Miso ramen. Karamiso ramen. And you can choose different toppings, which is chashu topping, corn topping, and butter topping.
100円で大盛り。ダブルは250円。
辛味噌チャーシ
はい
ューですね。
ありがとうございます
はい、辛味噌です。はい、ありがとうございます。
辛味噌チャーシュー。We came to this ramen place many times, and to be honest, it never gets boring. And I also order the same thing almost all the time. So why living in Tokyo? One thing I always realize when being here is that a shop doesn't have to be like super clean, or doesn't have to be like super fancy. It's more about the feeling when you come in. I feel like being part of this place by coming here so many times, and I really feel like home. Not that you get a wrong image. I'm not always running and eating ramen. This is just today an excuse to actually come here and show you. One way to find out if a ramen is good is actually the broth. But if you want to keep drinking, that's usually a sign that it's really good. Maybe you shouldn't drink all of it. It's really good.
1950円ですね。
After eating ramen, running might not be the best thing to do. So we're leaving the ramen shop next to the street and we are heading to the place that you can find everywhere in Tokyo. Hey, go! Ramen makes me really heavy. Damn it. Talking about the connectivity of this place, it takes a few hours by car to Tokyo. And you have the main street here, which brings you to the next closer city. And there you have all kinds of shops. Imagine you come to the economy class. Is this one? Where in some areas of Japan you can see that everything is a little run down, but here in this area actually there is also a post office here. Yeah, one thing I'm always wondering about is if a Japanese person sees me running around here, what do they think? Probably not much. So my experience of moving here with the people has been really good so far. As soon as I introduce myself, it's possible to really build a good connection to the people. Oh, よろしくお願いします。 cutting the tree is actually our electrician. So there's actually a second petrol station. I have no idea why there are two petrol stations. It doesn't seem like there are too many people using it. Even though I'm passing here, the main national street. Hi! Okay, let's see what we get. Washing powder, magazines, toothbrushes. Oh, there's a fridge. What is that? Oh, they actually offer like iced tea and iced sports drinks. Wow. Just a normal sports drink. Not too bad. Green tea. Too much choice. Red wine. And here's the dessert corner. So many different desserts, yogurts, protein yogurts. What do we have there? Some custard cream. Oh my god, it's just too crazy. Maybe just go for an ice cream. Wow. レギュラーアイスコーヒー2つ。支払い方法をお選びください。ありがとうございます。お取り忘れ。よし。2 iced coffee and 2 ice cream. You can choose which one. I don't know, ice cream was a good choice or not. No! I was kind of overwhelmed. Jumbo ice? なんて言った今? Jumbo. Jumbo.
What? Jumbo.
Jumbo. Vanilla jumbo ice and almond chocolate ice bar. Which one do you want?
Almond chocolate ice.
So I bought a coffee and 2 ice and I paid 600 yen, which is in euro, like 4 euro. Mm-hmm. Which is incredible for Germany. Like in Germany, one of those would cost like 4 euro probably. Mm. You have so much choice in there, and I think the offer is very similar to actually the offer that you would have in Shibuya Station. Basically, living in Japan and in rural Japan, some people imagine it's like so far away from everything and there's nothing, and you can't buy anything, you have to drive hours to get to the next shop. And as you can see, like I can just run to the next 7-Eleven and get everything I need. Is that dangerous? I think so, because you kind of like eat more ice cream than you probably need. The combination between the convenience, the local restaurants and the temples that we have seen until now is really what makes it interesting for me. It's good. Did you see, like I said like this, and he also did like this? So I was like calling with a friend recently, and he's actually learning Japanese on Duolingo, and he told me that he looked up the word kombini because it was one of the words he was learning, and kombini is a unique word, and I think many people think that Asian convenience stores are the same, but convenience stores in Japan are not the same. They are part of the infrastructure. I mean, you can buy everything there. Oh. So the sun is slowly setting, and even though it was kind of a relaxed run today, it's time for the last stop. That is definitely something you cannot get in Tokyo as easy as around here. So, this is actually the local onsen, and it's only 2 minutes from our house, which is pretty useful, especially when not having a shower at home. Should we go in?
Okay.
So the onsen costs 600 yen if you live around here. They are offering aji fry teishoku, which means you will get a piece of fish, or two actually, fried fish with rice, miso soup. I cannot film inside the onsen. There's an outdoor bathtub made out of stone with a beautiful view, and in the background you have the mountains, and in the front you have the momiji tree. And I feel that every time I come here I can relax, I can be by myself. 6 out of 10 times someone starts talking to me. Should we take a dip and go back?
そうだね、そうしよう。
I am so relaxed now. Don't wait in line for hours. Go to the same place that everyone goes. Find your own rhythm and go to places that are lesser known. And please subscribe to the channel.